Assalamu alaikum. Masa al khair al jamii, and welcome to our today's workshop, which is going to be about writing essays. Essay writing, planning, structure, and organization, presented by Ms. Mona Almutairi. So thank you, Ms. Mona, for taking the lead to present today's workshop. So the floor is yours. You may start now.
Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome to our workshop. First, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all of you for attending. I hope you will leave today armed with key that unlock the door of knowledge and set you on your way to further comprehend how to write an academic essay. So the title of our workshop today is Academic Essay Writing, Planning, Structure, and Organization. It's one of a series of workshops provided by the Academic Writing Center, and it's available on our YouTube channel. So if you have time, take a look at the YouTube channel. Our objectives for today: first, we understand how to analyze an essay question, identify how to structure an essay, use pre-writing strategies to choose a topic and narrow the focus, learn to engage the reader immediately with the introductory paragraph, develop a strong, clear thesis statement with the proper elements, select primary support related to your thesis, practice concluding your essay in a more memorable way, understand how and why organizational technique help writers and readers stay focused, identify major areas of concern during revising and editing. This may seem a lot, but I promise you, I'm gonna make it easy for you. So, if you think that a blank sheet of paper is a scary sight, you are not alone. Many writers and students, yes? Anyone? Okay. Many writers and students find that beginning to write can be intimidating. When faced with a blank page, however, always remind yourself that writing, like other everyday activities, is a process. Every process that will get significantly easier with the practice. This is what an assignment on your blackboard look like. Also, it's similar to your writing final exam. I hope by today, by the end of our workshop today, you will know how to answer this question, and this site will not be will not be that scary anymore. So let's say that is your first thing. That is the question. The first thing you need to do when you are faced with a question, write down in your own words what you think the assignment is asking you to do. What you already know about the subject matter. What background information do you need to help you complete the assignment? Maybe some of you think that reading the question and understanding it is an easy step. Sometimes students don't give the question the attention that it's needed. If you remember last module in the writing exam, the question was, the students were asked to write about why someone could not be considered a role model. All students jump into the first thought they have in mind, and they wrote about what makes a good role model. So the content of the whole essay was wrong because they missed just the word not. Okay, so first step is analyze the assignment or understand the question. Then you're gonna write your answer, which is an essay, especially for the ELIS students and level 3 and 4. An essay is a piece of writing that usually has 4 or more paragraphs. An essay is written about one topic that has several main points. The main points are introduced in an introductory paragraph and supported in body paragraph. The conclusion is the last paragraph. Okay. As you know, there are many types of essay. But our focus today, we're going to be on persuasive essay. And remember what we said about the question? The question word is very important. It's going to define what type of an essay your answer is going to be. So, to answer an essay question, you have to understand that writing is a process that requires following steps and using strategies to accomplish your goal. There are 5 steps in the writing process. Number 1, rewriting. Number 2, outlining the structure of ideas. Number 3, writing a rough draft. Number 4, revising. And number 5, editing. Now, the first step is rewriting. How do I prepare myself for writing? In addition to understanding that writing is a process, you need to understand that choosing a good general topic for an assignment is an essential step. Sometimes your instructor will give you an idea to begin an assignment, and other times your instructor will ask you to come up with a topic on your own, especially now with the speaking project where you were asked to choose a topic. Now, a good topic not only covers what an assignment will be about, but also fits the assignment's purpose and its audience. The first important step for you is to tell yourself, why are you writing? Is it to inform, explain, or any other purpose? And for whom you are writing? Keep in mind your purpose and your audience. Now, we're going to start by presenting 4 strategies that are best used when initially deciding on a topic. The first one is using experience and observation. You can consider something that interests you or something based on your own life and personal experiences. Even everyday observation can lead to interesting topics. Free writing. This is an exercise you can practice, which is you write freely about any topic for a set amount of time, let's say 3 to 5 minutes. During the time limit, you may jot down any thought that comes to your mind and try not to worry about grammar, spelling, or punctuation. Just write as quickly as you can without stopping. Even if you get stuck, just copy the same word or phrase over and over until you come up with a new thought. Reading plays a vital role in all the stages of writing process, but it first figures in the development of ideas and topic. Different kinds of document can help you choose a topic and also develop that topic. Asking questions: who, what, where, when, why, how. In everyday situation, you pose these questions. They will help you in the writing process, and it's also going to develop your critical thinking skills. So these are 4 strategies you can use to choose a topic. Let's say that you're in the exam and the topic is chosen for you. Here are some more writing techniques that can help you. The first one is brainstorming. Think of your general topic as a broad category and list items that fit in that category. Idea mapping. Visualize your idea on paper using circles, lines, and arrows. Searching the internet. Using search engine on the internet is a good way to see what kind of websites are available on your topic, and you have to make sure that website you're using presenting reliable information. Okay. Now that you've completed some of the pre-writing exercise, you may feel less anxious about starting a paper from scratch. So pre-writing strategies are a vital first step in the writing process. They help you choose a broad topic, and then they help you narrow the focus of the topic to a more specific idea. Are you following? Okay. Moving on to number 2, which is outlining the structures of ideas or getting started. With some ideas down on paper, writers are more often comfortable continuing the writing process. Now, pre-writing activity helps you gather information for your assignment. The more you sort through the pieces of information you find, the more you will begin to see the connection between them. But only when you start to organize your ideas will you be able to translate your ideas into a form that will communicate meaning to your audience. For an essay question, all you need to prepare is a short, informal outline in which you jot down key ideas in the order you will present them. This kind of outline reminds you to stay focused in a stressful situation and to include all the good ideas that help you explain or prove your point. An outline could look like this. It will help you organize your ideas, present your material in a logical form, show the relationship among ideas in your writing, construct an ordered overview of your writing. So as you see, the outline is, we have 3 paragraphs or 3 terms to take in mind: introduction, body, and conclusion. The first step is writing the conclusion, the introduction. Your introduction is an invitation to your reader to consider what you have to say and then to follow your train of thought as you expand upon your thesis. An introduction serves the following purposes: establish your voice and tone toward the subject, introduce the general topic of the essay, state the thesis that will be supported in the body paragraph. Your introduction should include a hook or a topic, background information, thesis statement. I want you to look carefully at the triangle and identify the 3 parts: the hook, the background information, and the thesis statement. Let's begin with the hook, which is the first step to writing a perfect paragraph, or what we call attention getter. To begin your essay, you can start by a provocative question or an opinion. For example, you can say, are women happier than men? Do gender rights make a difference? If someone reads the question, they might get interested to find out and read more. Opening with a startling statistic or surprising fact, you can say, women around the world report higher level of life satisfaction than men, but at the same time report more daily stress. This is from a study, a statistic. Okay. Opening with a relevant quotation or incident. In your book, you have a lot of interesting people like Mahatma Gandhi and Malala Yousafzai. So you can choose a quote like the one by Mahatma Gandhi, who said, for example, be the change you wish to see in the world, but make sure you include the speaker or the author's name. Include a personal anecdote, a story that leads the reader into your topic. So these are examples of a hook, the first thing in your introduction paragraph. The next, or the second part, is the background information. The introduction usually provides some background information to your particular topic, so the reader understands the key problem being addressed and why is it an issue worth writing about. Remember, it's very important to make it brief and only include information that is directly relevant to the topic. And maybe you can, it's appropriate for you to identify some key terms required in the essay. So this part does not contain any opinion or argument, just basic information on the topic. Now, the most important part, which is writing a thesis statement. What is the big idea? Every writing task needs a big idea or a controlling idea. It is what you want to present and develop. The big idea expressed in a thesis statement. A thesis statement is often one sentence long, but it can be more. It states your point of view. The thesis statement is not the topic of the piece of writing, but what you have to say about that topic and what is it important to tell the readers. You have to state your position, make an argument, make sure that you directly answer the question. If the essay, if there is a question in the essay or more than one, you have to state your position. So, element of a thesis statement. Your thesis must state the topic or the main idea. It shows the purpose, generally to persuade, especially when we're talking about persuasive essay. It shows the direction of your argument. Are you for or against, for example? It is written in a focused, specific language. It is interesting, showing a clear voice and style. Now again, we remember the element, what we said, hook, background information, and a thesis statement where you state your position, outline the structure or main supporting point of your essay. Now we're gonna have a small activity. Read the paragraph below and see if you can identify the key features of an introduction. I want you to tell me where is the hook, where is the background, and where is the thesis statement. You can use the chat box. I'm going to give you 1 minute to read. Of course, it's about the same question we have. Should government spend more money on space exploration? Write a well-organized 4 paragraph. So this is from your blackboard. And actually the essay I'm presenting to you, it's a student's essay also. So here we have an introduction. Can you tell me where is the hook? Where is the background information? And where is the thesis? Okay. And student chat, can they use the chat box? Okay, yes. I hope you're answering this. I can't see the chat. I'm trying to. Okay, so we're not wasting many time. So I'm gonna show you. So we start with the hook, which is giving information about the first human to ever set foot on Earth. And then we presented background information about space exploration. Finally, in my opinion, so here you have the thesis statement. Bearing other significant factors in mind, space program is very crucial for the whole world and should be funded due to the fact that it will help to improve the communication between countries in the world and also help in the search for alternative life. So in the thesis, you have the main idea and a roadmap to what comes next. Now, what is the key takeaways from the introduction paragraph? Proper essay requires a thesis statement to provide a specific focus and suggest how the essay will be organized. A thesis statement is your interpretation of the subject, not the topic itself. A strong thesis is specific, precise, forceful, confident, and is able to be demonstrated. A strong thesis challenges readers with a point of view that can be debated and can be supported with evidence. Now, moving on to the second part, which is the body paragraph. If your thesis gives the reader a roadmap to your essay, then body paragraph should closely follow that map. The reader should be able to predict what follows your introductory paragraph by simply reading the thesis statement. The body paragraph presents the evidence you have gathered to confirm your thesis. So, a paragraph or a body paragraph contain the following. Topic sentence, which is the first sentence in the paragraph that tells the reader what is the main idea or claim of the paragraph will be. Explanation. Explain what you mean in greater detail. Evidence. Provide evidence to support your idea or claim. To do this, refer to your research. You may include case studies or statistics, academic journals, anything to support your claim. Comment. Consider the strength and limitation of the evidence and examples that you have presented. Explain how your evidence supports your claim. Link. Summarize the main idea of the paragraph and make clear how this paragraph supports your overall argument. Sorry. Now, here we have an example paragraph. We start with the topic sentence. This is a body paragraph for also the same topic. To begin with, one reason to fund space program is to facilitate communication across the globe. This was mentioned in the thesis. Then you explain, because business and organization expand, they need a proper communication channel to function, so you explain your topic sentence. Then you further give evidence on example, talking about NASA and television, satellite television. Thus, it can be said by doing the space exploration, world communication has profoundly changed. So this is your comment on what you have mentioned on the explanation and the evidence. You end with a link tying the paragraph to the topic sentence and the thesis also. So this is what the body paragraph should look like. Topic sentence, explanation, evidence, comment, and link. Now, we have a paragraph now in response to a question. Leaders are made rather than born. Do you agree or disagree? Provide reason for your opinion. So this is the question. You're not going to answer the question. We have the answer, this. But there is something missing from this introduction, body paragraph. I want you to tell me what is missing. Is it the topic sentence, the explanation, evidence, or conclusion? Which one do you think is missing? And I'll give you 1 minute just to read and think about it. Okay, I need to pull the chat because I can't see it. Yes, okay. So, okay, Who said evidence? Yes, thank you, Rida. Excellent. So this is the paragraph. So the topic sentence, becoming an effective communicator requires an investment in learning and practicing various skills. Then we have the explanation and the conclusion. There is no evidence in this paragraph. Okay, so this is what is missing. Okay. Now, moving on to writing the conclusion. Before we begin with the conclusion, I want to recall the introduction parameters. Remember, we said we start with the hook, background information, and thesis. Now, this is what a conclusion looks like. It's an inverted pyramid. So, restate your thesis, summarize your main point, and wrap up. The construction of the conclusion is similar to the introduction, in which you make general introductory statement and then present your thesis. The difference is that in the conclusion, you first paraphrase or state in different words your thesis, and then follow up with general concluding marks. These, sentences broaden the focus of your thesis and maneuver your reader out of the essay. So here we have a conclusion. Try to identify the three parts we talked about, which is restate your thesis. Where is the restatement of the thesis? Summarize your main points and wrap up. So this is the conclusion. Take time to yes, reverse pyramid. Thank you. Okay. No new information included. Okay. Now I wanted to look at this paragraph here and tell me where did they restate the thesis? Okay. Okay. Where is the restatement of the thesis? Can you write it down? And where is the summarization of the main point? And where is the wrap up? Sentence one is what? Sentence one is restatement. Okay, thank you. Okay. What about the summarization of the main point? Okay. Okay, thank you. Let's see. So here we have, in conclusion, I firmly believe that space program should be supported financially. So this here you are restating your thesis, and here you're summarizing your main points, the points you talked about in your body paragraph. And this is just a wrap up. It's a worthwhile cause for the benefit of all mankind. So it's a wrap up. You can end with any sentence of your choice. Okay. So the function of the conclusion is to draw together the main ideas discussed in the body of the essay. However, a good conclusion does more than that. Reflect on the broader significance of the topic. Discuss why it is difficult to arrive at a definite answer to the question posed. Raise other questions that could be considered in a subsequent essay. Make a prediction about what will happen to the phenomenon under investigation. So we're done with the three most important parts, which is writing the introduction, the hook, thesis statement, Okay, hook, background information, and thesis statement. Then you have the body paragraph with the topic sentence and the evidence and the comment. And then you have the conclusion with the restatement, summarization, and wrap-up. Another thing to take into consideration is how can you organize your paragraph? The method of organization you choose for your essay is just as important as its content. Without organizational or clear organizational pattern, your reader could become confused and lose interest. The way you structure your essay helps your reader draw connection between the body and the thesis. And the structure also keep you focused as you plan and write the essay. Choosing your organizational pattern before you outline ensure that each body paragraph works to support and develop your thesis. This section here covers 3 ways to organize body paragraph. We have chronological order. We use it to explain the history of an event, to tell a story or relate to an experience, to explain how to do or make something, to explain the step in a process. Spatial order, we use it to help reader visualize something as you want them to see it. To create the main impression using the sense sight, touch, taste, smell, and sound. Order of importance, to persuade or convince, to rank items by their importance, benefit, or significance. This is mostly for persuasive essay. Number 3, writing a rough draft. What is a draft? A draft is a complete version of a piece of writing, but it's not the final version. So it's the stage of the writing process in which you develop a complete first version of a piece of writing. Strategies for drafting. Begin writing with the part you know the most about. Let's say that you know mostly about the reason why space should be funded or space exploration should be funded by the government. So you begin with the reason, you begin with the body paragraph, you write the body paragraph, and then you come back to your introduction and try to map it out. Okay. Write 1 paragraph at a time. Take short break to refresh your mind. If you're stuck, you can't think, take a short break. Be reasonable with your goals. Make your audience and purpose in mind as you write. Always think what is the purpose of your writing and who is reading your writing. Okay. Now we move on to number 4, which is revising. During the revising, you will have the opportunity to make changes to your first draft before you put the finishing touches. The first draft gives you a working version that you can later improve. When you revise, you need to pay extra attention to 4 things. Number 1, the content. Have you included the content that corresponds to the given assignment? Who, what, when, how, within the range of parameters of the assignment. You have to address all the questions related to the assignment. Then we have the style. The style is created through content and organization, but also involves word choice and grammatical structure. You have to make sure that your document provides a coherent and unifying voice with the professional tone. Third, the organization. As we talked, beyond the overall organization, pay special attention to transition, and there is a workshop about transition in our YouTube channel. Readers often have difficulty following a document if the writer makes the common error of failing to make one point relevant to the next. or to illustrate the relationship between points. Readability refers to the reader's ability to read and comprehend the document. There are also specific region requires, or a specific revision requires attention to format. By presenting the document, is it properly formatted according to the expectation of your organization? For example, the exam, is it in the question we presented, they asked you to present 4-paragraph essay. You have to stick to that format. Facts. When you revise your document, ask yourself the following. Does my writing contain any statistic or references that needs to be verified? Where can I get reliable information to verify it? Look for reliable resources. Punctuation. Punctuation marks are the traffic signals, signs, and indication that allows us to navigate the written word. They serve to warn us in advance when a transition is coming or the complete thought has come to an end. We know that a period indicates the thought is complete, while a comma signals that additional element or modifier are coming. Correct signals will help you read or follow the thought through sentences and paragraphs. Grammar. I have a list of common error in grammar you need to watch out for. Subject-verb agreement, the choice of the verb tense, use of double negative, use of wrong irregular form of verbs, faulty comparison, and modifier, whether it's dangling modifier. So these are some of the areas you need to work on. Names and spelling. You have to make sure that when you write names, you write them correctly and you don't have any spelling mistake. The final step is the editing. When you edit, you examine the surface feature of your text. You examine your spelling, your grammar, and punctuation. You also make sure you use the proper format when creating your finished assignment. Understanding the purpose of revising and editing. When you revise, you take a look at your ideas. You might add, cut, move, or change information in order to make your ideas clearer, more accurate, more interesting, or more convincing. When you edit, you take a second look at how you expressed your ideas. You add or change words. You fix any problem in grammar, punctuation, and sentence structure to improve your writing style. Now, to conclude, this is what your paragraph should look like. You have an introduction. In the introduction, you have a hook, background information, and a thesis. The thesis will draw the map to your body paragraph. If you presented 3 reasons, then you should have 3 body paragraphs. 2, then you should have 2. In the body paragraph, you have a topic sentence, you give a fact or an evidence, and you comment, analyze, and write down at least 5-6 sentences. So have as much as it's required of you to have body paragraphs. Finally, we have the conclusion. Summarize the questions or the thesis. You discuss the significance of the topic. Reveal and answer question, call to action, and wrap up your essay. Okay, I hope you now have a clear picture of how to write an essay, and I hope it was a sweet and short presentation for you. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer. I'm here. Okay,
Right.
just let me open the chat for you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Maha, for this very well organized and informative presentation about how to write essays. So now let's open the floor for questions. And also I'm gonna share with you 3 links. So the first link is the evaluation form. Please complete the evaluation form. So you'll get the certificate, inshallah. Certificates will be sent, inshallah, within 24 to 48 hours. So the second link is our YouTube channel, and inshallah we will upload this workshop, inshallah, within 24 hours. And the last link is how to make an appointment, or the website for making appointments. So if you have any questions, just you can write it here in the chat, or open your mic and ask your questions.
Yeah, I'm here for you, and thank you all for your nice words. Yeah. You're welcome, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Doctor, for your presentation. So I have one question about the thesis statement. Should we mention our opinion in the thesis statement, or should we stay neutral until the end? This is
Well, it depends on the type of the essay. If it's an opinion essay, you should state your opinion. Always in the thesis statement, you should take a stand, or yes, depends on the essay. If
So
it's an opinion, you should express your opinion in the thesis and then justify your opinion. That will be your essay.
The second question is about whether we have to insist of the presence of a concluding sentence in each body paragraph. So you mentioned commands or something like that.
Yeah, you should. Sorry.
At the first stages of writing, especially for beginners, I think we should stick to the layout of a paragraph with the 3 parts: the topic sentence, the body, and the concluding sentence. What I note that you did not stress, for example, the role of concluding sentence in the body paragraphs.
Well,
So,
the comments serve as the concluding sentence. It's mostly will lead to this next paragraph, and it will, as I mentioned, it's related to the topic sentence or to the thesis, back to the thesis. So it is considered in a way a concluding sentence. You can't leave your reader hanging in, so you need to write something to wrap up or comment at the end of the paragraph. You see, but yeah, so you can say it's a concluding sentence.
So we can consider it as a concluding sentence, but
yeah, sure.
different label.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, I think we have a question here from Mary. She's asking, do you have any tips in helping students form a thesis statement?
Well, I think, as we said from the beginning, when we said writing is a process and we need to practice. Practice makes perfect. So what I advise my student is you have to go online and check the thesis statement, weak and strong, and see why they are. Actually, I was going to include an exercise for you, but I was afraid the time would not be enough. So you have to peer review or read others' theses and then see why they are considered weak. When you look at what makes a thesis statement weak, you know what to avoid, and you can then make your thesis statement stronger. So my advice to you is just read more and go online and check weak versus strong thesis statement. They will give you the same thesis statement, but they will give you 2 versions, a weak and a strong version. And I think this is like the best way. And you will find exercises that will ask you to read the thesis and then decide for yourself, is it weak or strong? So it's like an online quiz, and you can check your understanding also.
Thank you. And this will lead us to the next question here. Ibrahim is asking, what references do you recommend in English writing?
Okay, actually I have here some references I used. Check. Yes. Oh, so these are the references I use for the presentation, but I have a lot of reference. Anyone who wants to, you can email me and I will send them reference. But now I don't have anything like ready now, other than the references used in the presentation, and you can email me and I will send you. I'll be gladly happy to send you the reference.
Yeah, these are great references. Can you go to the next slide so they can see the references? Yes, thank you. And we have here Awad asking, can we apply these strategies while writing a research paper?
Well, some of them, the order of this is mostly the academics for, I was putting in mind mainly our students in the ELI context. But of course, most of the 5 steps, they can apply on writing a research. The pre-writing stages, the rough draft, the outline, all these are the writing process that could be applied in research. 5 steps definitely can be applied.
All right, thank you. Are there any more questions? So please don't forget to complete the evaluation form to get your certificate, and inshallah we on Wednesday, yes, thank you, brother Kamal. On Wednesday we'll have a workshop about argumentative essays. So Ms. Mona talked about just in general essays. So on Wednesday we'll have a workshop just for argumentative essay, how to write an argumentative essay. So stay tuned, inshallah. On Wednesday we'll have this workshop. All right, so since there are no more questions, so thank you again. Thank you, Ms. Wana, for this wonder. We have one question from Hatim here. What do you think about the approach to never write anything new in the conclusion that wasn't mentioned before?
Of course, this is this is a must. You cannot introduce new ideas in the conclusion unless you are presenting it as an area for further research, for others to research. But for you to present a new idea, it's not recommended at the conclusion. No. It's only as an open suggestion in general for research.
All right, thank you.
Welcome. Are we done?
I think we are done. So thank you again, Ms. Mona, for this wonderful presentation, and thank you all for attending the presentation or today's workshop. So now I think the end of the workshop. So thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.